Happy Mother's Day and welcome to a review of Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young Again. Now, we are covering episode 6 and we are getting close to this show coming to an end. Given the fact that it's an underrated anime that this spring, that not everybody's going to be talking about for the young years to come. But I will say this. Last week ended in a sad, happy moment. You know, where Grandma got her memories back and remember all the time she had with her husband. It was a really nice episode. Oh, and by the way, that piano playing with her sister was really nice. Now, we went from that drama moment to now a Tokyo arc. We are now in a new arc of Grandma and Grandpa enjoying their honeymoon in a Tokyo arc. Now, before I do this, let me just say this. One last thing again. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, stepmoms, my mom, your mom, stepmoms, and grandmas. And happy Mother's Day to all the other anime moms. Well, technically not the bad moms. The bad moms we don't talk. I'm talking about the nice anime moms that you know, the hot anime moms you know, the sexy anime moms you know, and the hentai moms y'all know. But that's a different topic in another way. Anyway, like I was saying, happy Mother's Day to us all. Now, let's get right to it, the review of Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young Again, episode 6. And like I said, we are getting close to the end of this show and I'm really sad to see this go. But, okay, now, Grandma and Grandpa are going to enjoy their days in Tokyo. Yes, a Tokyo arc. Experience the wonders of Tokyo, which kind of in my bucket list to go to Tokyo. It's kind of been on my bucket list for a long time. Okay. So Grandma and Grandpa are going on this trip to Tokyo with Sota and Grandma and Grandpa's granddaughter, you know. And we all know those two have a thing. So this is like a celebratory moment from the young gen and the old gen to experience the world of Tokyo because, again, Grandma and Grandpa never been outside. They always been working in apple farms and all that stuff, but they never experienced time on a honeymoon like this. This is the time to do so. And like I said, old school versus new school. New technology versus old technology. So back then, Grandma and Grandpa thinking like from distance from there to point A to point B is 8 hours. That's old school. With new school, new technology advances. So that train ride is literally 3 hours. They got all the 3 hours they can. Now, when they got on the train, they're still in their old prime. They still in their old, and those had a moment where they're like holding hands, but they got on the wrong train. They were going to Hokkaido. The first thing I thought of when they said Hokkaido is the Hokkaido gals are super adorable. Which, by the way, the gals this year are freaking hot. Even though my friend doesn't like that. I don't know why my friend doesn't like those Hokkaido gals. I don't know why. I mean, he doesn't even like the anime mom. He don't even like the mom in that one. Moving on. So, they got on the train with them. Not Hokkaido, but they got on the train with them, the right train. And they went from sleeping to like sleeping out young, and they enjoying the moments in Tokyo. I mean, you got people just looking at them as models. You got every high school students want to take a photo of the grandpa, and everybody want to take a photo of the grandma. They were like the new kid on the block. Grandma and Grandpa were just like new kids on the block, literally just walking, and everybody's looking at them like, oh my God, they freaking adorable. They like, who's that handsome guy right there? Who's that good looking woman over there? That kind of. Now, on their way, Grandpa Shota is visiting his grandma. Wow, they decided to take a short detour and finally meeting the daughter. Finally get to see their daughter, you know? And she was still in the weather. Now, she couldn't believe that they're young. Couldn't even believe it. But when they arrived at her house, it was like first episode. It was like a first episode reaction. We like, Mom, that's you? They couldn't believe it. Now, their family tree is somewhat confusing. Like I'm on episode 6, and I'm still confusing on the family tree thing. But it's kind of like this meant this was this. Like you know how the family tree has its connections where it's like this is a little point towards a new generation type. So this was kind of confusing, but I kind of get the little bit of the format going on here. Okay, so after that incident, everybody decided to see grandma and grandpa. They got this surprise to see them young, especially their great grandson and their son and everyone was surprised. Everyone and his wife, everyone was surprised. Even his great grandson was like, "That's the fake Papa," and he looked exactly like his dad. You ever get the expression where the daughter, the mom, are saying looking just like your daddy, and it was. I mean, the grandpa looks exactly like his dad. It was funny. Now they exploring the world of Tokyo. They showed us some moments, especially with the grandpa. Grandpa going out shopping for these vintage old clothes. Like he doesn't know he doesn't even know new school clothing like we all know. But for him to try on old clothes and looking stylish with it, you know how they say great treasure. You know how I was trying to get that expression. Oh my God, what's the expression? Treasure worth a picture worth 1,000 words or something like that. And for them, he put on these old clothes and he looks very stylish with it, to the point where all the grandmas out there were all the seeing people just staring at him like, oh my God, he is freaking handsome. And while grandma's shopping, by the way. Now, on grandma's part, Shota, her granddaughter, and everybody, they decided to sit down and try on a strawberry parfait. This was their first time trying it, and grandma felt the bombshell the moment she tried that strawberry. She freaking loved it. Oh my God. Her reaction says that meant defeat. When they were taking photos, they don't know how to take photos. But I'm glad Shota got a photo with her. He's like, I'm so glad I went to Tokyo. And, they have great photo moments. They were good ones. Now, I have a question to all you guys right now. How many of you, and let's be honest, because I grew up as a kid watching the show, how many of you watched Beyblade growing up? How many of you had a Beyblade toy at the time when Beyblade came out? I did. And that's what this was. This scene was hilarious. You got Grandpa who's got his old school tops. Old school. He had the stone thing and he just rolled up in a rope. While we got new school where his great grandson had these tops, Beyblade style. You guys know Beyblade? Watch that. Oh, these new tops and they spin it. And they got the stadium all set, a little small stadium, and they spin the tops with it. Yo, Grandpa went so forced with that one. He beat his great grandson. He was crying, but being that he's a spoiled kid, he's like, Grandpa's like, I'm gonna buy him a new toy, and he did. He got him a new top spin for him, new Beyblade. By the way, I'm gonna use that. Now, another good moment we got to see was the daughter seeing looking at the flashbacks of how mom and dad took care of her when she was sick, and showing that she was around, she would have stayed. But that goes to show you, like, life moves on, and you're going out of distance, but we still care about you. Like for example, okay, look, I got relatives in California, I got relatives in Virginia. I still miss them, and just like the daughter, same thing. She misses them every day. She wish she was there every time she heard her in the hospital. But there are times you go because of this and that, and I understand. It's hard to travel from point A to point B. It's not that easy anymore. You gotta make plane flights, train flights, etc. just to meet your parents before they, that. But that's the point. But you guys get what I'm saying. Now the other daughter, great granddaughter, by the way, she snuck into their house. No, she got the key and opened the door inside Grandma and Grandpa's house, and they felt this kind of shock thing, like someone's here. Like they know someone's in the house, and they know that someone misses them. But anyway, overall though, this episode was a celebratory episode. I call it this arc was really amazing. Like, again, this is the first time Grandma and Grandpa got a chance to experience their honeymoon trip, because remember, Grandpa at the time never been on a honeymoon trip because he had to take care of his wife. And this was he chose, and I like Grandpa. I like the Grandpa because he chose his wife over moving to Tokyo. And I like that about him. He chose love over money. And I appreciate what he did for that one. I did. But like I said, this arc is really good. I mean, you got grandma and grandpa enjoying their honeymoon together, going to Tokyo, and they're going to explore more around the tributes of, more around the trips of Tokyo, and I can't wait to see more of it. So thank you for watching my review of Grandma Turn Young Again. And like I said, happy Mother's Day to us all. Also, I won't be able to do my review of Whisper Me a Love Song. I'm gonna put that on hold, guys, because my schedule this week at work is really like crazy. But whatever I get a day off, I have to do a video of it. So again, thank you for my review of watching Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young Again, episode 6, and I'll see you next week.